This one, it's a pen and ink watercolor painting. There's kind of two paths on it, and the idea is it has a Christian religious theme to it too. The boardwalk is actually a path that runs horizontally in the piece. Those of you that can't see it, right here, and that'd be like the path of faith, someone coming to faith. And the inspiration for this piece is I have students who come from, I don't know if you know the history of Somalia. Somalia is a country that's in total anarchy for about the last 15, 18 years. When one tribal group gets too much power, all the others fight it, and then they have this ongoing civil war that's just continuously there. Somalia right now, currently in the world, is arguably the world's leading country of piracy, like literally boat pirate activity, like taking on any boat that is like hundreds of miles off their coast and like trying to rob it for stuff, and it's kind of crazy. I have tons of students from Somalia getting away from the chaos, and it's amazing to me because they're just so starved. Students who come to me as middle schoolers in 11th grade, they've been out of the wreckage of this chaotic anarchy war situation for maybe a year or two, and they get into my class, and so they've lived their life for, some students are like, 10 years old or so, and they've come out of this, they have no stability or structure, and it becomes this, there's kind of this lawlessness. They for survival, they have to have a whole different frame of mind. And it's incredible. And I've never experienced anything like it, and yet it's all they know in their life. And there was a piece of this where I have in the background here, there's trenches from World War I, and there's craters from like artillery and stuff, and war is just this chaotic thing, and in some ways, the example of Somalia is a real extreme, very real example, and yet there's this chaos in human life. And anyway, I've just really seen that, I think, in a lot of things. I have friends who just seemingly randomly up and just left their spouse, left their kids, gotten separated, divorced, for literally in my mind, no good reason. And they're just creating chaos in their family by just an incredibly selfish decision. And I'm just challenged by that, because ultimately in this picture, I would say the left side of this piece represents these just things that are gone wrong in our culture and our world, where we are at this state where you almost can't develop without some sort of stability of some sort. And ultimately, if you progress to the right side of the piece, I would say that God provides a type of stability. I don't mean the right side to be necessarily heaven, but growth and life and things of that nature progressing. I guess there's a separating stone wall that goes down the middle that I drew that might symbolize sin. Cross the threshold at the lamppost, which is, I guess it's just a remnant of C.S. Lewis and his Chronicles of Narnia. I know which wardrobe lamppost. Anyway, I have a whole write-up of more detail on it, but those are kind of the thoughts on this piece. This piece took a long time. This is a watercolor pen and ink. The sketch alone is highly detailed, showing the depth into the distance. It would probably fit into a landscape category. And did the sketch, took a long time. And then inked the whole sketch with permanent ink. That took a long time. And then the watercolor was probably the fastest part, just layering down. Kind of transparent layers of color. Okay. I guess moving on. So probably one of my oldest pieces here. For my undergraduate, it's just a graphite pencil sketch. Ephesians chapter 6 in the Bible talks about the armor of God Christians are supposed to have. I try to draw it. It's pretty powerful to me as a guy in high school. Like, just kind of gravitated towards that type of imagery that was used in the Bible. Just kind of, I guess, thinking back years ago, I probably did this piece, and it's probably been 10 years, 11 years since I did this piece. I like it though because it kind of shows maybe a progression. You can kind of see where I have been from that long ago in my technical skills or abilities. If you kind of compare that to maybe something more recent like this one, you can just see the difference maybe. And I do like the transition value, and I really try to pay attention to the subtlety of value changes. And so I think that's probably the greatest strength of that piece.